Yeah, I think it's gonna be a great fight. I got Crawford by stoppage, and I known him since he was a little kid. 12 years old. So to see him now fighting for a title in such a big fight, it's a great experience. Great to see.
Terrence Bud Crawford, I said over a year ago, if Terrence Crawford wins, that's top 5 best fighters ever. Now he's saying Mount Rushmore, so that's 4. He said, put me on the Mount Rushmore.
He gonna box him. He can fight both ways. He gonna trick him up. One thing Canelo showed is that he could be outboxed.
Canelo's fall is near. Shannon Briggs guarantees it. With fire in his voice, he declares that Bud will deliver the knockout blow. This isn't just hype, it's an epic prediction that flips the script on the entire fight narrative. As the highly anticipated fight draws near, Crawford steps up at a live press conference, calm but firm. He talks about his vision of becoming a triple undisputed champion. There's a fire in his voice, and the message is clear.
Oh, I'm feeling great. I've been working out. Actually, I just got done running before we, head into the press conference. So everything is going according to plan, and I'm looking forward to becoming a 3-time undisputed champion come September 13th.
Shannon, who's known Crawford since his early days, stands firmly in his corner. He believes Crawford's relentless style, sharp instincts, and calm mindset give him the upper hand. In Shannon's eyes, Canelo may have power, but Crawford has precision, rhythm, and drive. He's watched the growth for years and says confidently, this fight won't be close. Crawford, he believes, is simply built to win.
Canelo versus Crawford, what did you make of all the pushing, the shoving, the build-up, the anticipation, the weight differences too?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a great fight. I got Crawford by stoppage, and I known him since he was a little kid. 12 years old. So to see him now fighting for a title in such a big fight, it's a great experience. Great to see.
Last question for me then: how do you think Crawford stops him? How do you think he's able to work Canelo enough for him to stop the fight, drop, knock him down? How do you think this is possible by Crawford style?
He gonna box him. He can fight both ways. He gonna trick him up. One thing Canelo showed is that he could be outboxed. But I think this time in the late rounds, I think Crawford gonna have something for him.
Without holding back, Crawford shifts the tone. His words cut sharp as he looks ahead at Canelo and delivers a direct warning. This isn't just ambition, it's a statement of dominance. He says he'll beat Canelo and leave him with nothing. The moment sparks tension and sets the tone.
The last fighters that you fought, they ain't on my level. And
I fought everybody.
The last fighters you fought since 2002.
Mention me one. You mention me one elite fighter. Just one.
You.
Oh, me.
Look,
it's gonna be me.
I don't
and
care
you
about
will,
nobody else.
And you will see that.
You. So when I beat you, is you gonna be a nobody? When I stump a mud hole in your ass, is you gonna be a nobody? Same everybody else been saying. Since I moved to 147, I ain't fought nobody. Every last one of them. Stump a mud hole, he gonna be next. Watch.
As opinions swirl around the matchup, Paddy Pimblett adds his voice. He backs Crawford, saying the skill is there, even if the size isn't. Canelo's power is real, but Paddy believes Crawford's fight IQ and movement give him a real chance. It's not an easy hill to climb, but he trusts Crawford can find a way.
Terrence Bud Crawford or Canelo, who do you got in that one?
Well, I really like Terrence Crawford, so I'd back him. You know what I mean? I like Canelo, but I'm not his biggest fan. I'd rather see Crawford win and shake up the boxing world a bit.
Do you think it'd be a decision, or you think you can put him out there?
I don't know. Canelo's a lot bigger than him, so more than likely be a decision.
Furthermore, Alexander Volkanovski weighs in next, but he's torn. He praises Crawford's talent and timing, but can't ignore Canelo's strength and size. For him, it's a tough call. He respects both men too much to learn either way. Volkanovski admits this one's hard to read, and that's what makes it so exciting to watch unfold.
Oh man, that's incredible to see happening. But it would be interesting to see how Canelo and Crawford goes. Obviously moving up. Man, Canelo's a beast. So it's but Crawford's so good. Man, I don't know. Who am I leaning towards? Man, Crawford's so good, but Canelo having the size. I don't know, man. I can't pick it. Look at me. I literally cannot pick it. I just think I just got so much respect for both of them. I think they're both incredible, and I cannot just wait to watch and see the result.
Ade Oladapo reflects on Canelo's evolution. He points out that the fighter stepping in now isn't the same as the one who went toe-to-toe with Gennady Golovkin. That Canelo, he says, was complete, sharp, dangerous, untouchable. Now he sees only half of that fighter, and that could open the door for Crawford.
That the Canelo we see now is unfortunately maybe half the Canelo that fought Golovkin the second time. The third time, I won't even mention that because I thought Golovkin was done. But the second fight was, for me, like peak Canelo. I thought that Canelo there was just incredible. Maybe he's 50% of that guy now. Because the guy that I'm watching, or that I watched against Skull, if you can, just go and watch it. Go and watch Canelo versus Golovkin. Go and watch Canelo versus Skull. And tell me that he hasn't deteriorated at a drastic rate. He has. And you know why he has? And again, this came out in the interview and I was like, Jesus. Canelo has boxed 520 rounds since 2005.
While everyone is focused on weight difference, Shane Mosley steps in with a measured view. He calls Crawford a top-tier fighter, pointing out that while weight matters, it won't break the fight. Mosley believes Crawford has the toughness, the engine, and the discipline to handle someone like Canelo. It won't be easy, but Mosley sees this as a real test and one Crawford is ready for.
Crawford, he's a great fighter, and he's capable of fighting a guy like Canelo on that mental level or on that stage. Like they are compatible when it comes to their skill level. If you understand, if that makes sense, right? They're compatible with that. They both have knowledge about the sport. They're both veterans of the sport.
Yeah.
So the difference is going to be the weight. Crawford might not believe that right now, but he will when he gets in the ring. The difference is the weight. The weight is, if there's a 154, it would be a good little scrap. That would be more of an even fight if Canelo was still 54 back in the day, maybe. That would be like an even fight to me.
Meanwhile, Roy Jones Jr. shifts the focus away from size completely. What matters to him is skill, and both fighters have it. He sees a driven Crawford, sharp and motivated, but he also warns that if Canelo returns with the kind of preparation he showed in his prime, the fight could swing. For Roy, it's all about who shows up fully ready.
I pay no attention to the pushing and shoving. I pay no attention to the weight factor. What I pay attention to is the skill level that both guys show in and out of the ring. And what I'm seeing is I see a hungry Crawford, a Crawford that has been looking for the opportunity for a long time, finally getting the opportunity, and really ready to grab the opportunity. And with Canelo, I see a guy who's not necessarily hungry, but loves to entertain, loves to give us the big fights. Always tries to give the big fights. He finds a way to give us big fights. Not going to always win them, but he always tries to give them to us. So he'll be a guy that, if he shows up and does the exact right thing, he can win the fight.
Michael Buffer talks about the overall vibe of the fight. He calls it a technical fight rather than a power fight because two champs of different weights are fighting each other. It requires technique and strategy. Moreover, he thinks Dana White is doing a great job at promoting this amazing fight.
Michael, it's not a big fight unless you're announcing it. Canelo versus Crawford. How do you see that one going?
I think it's going to be a close and interesting fight.
Right.
I think it's going to be a technical fight, not a power fight.
Now, what do you think about Dana White promoting it? Do you think
he's only proven himself to be one of the greatest promoters in the history of sports?
So he's good.
Pretty good deal.
He's good for boxing.
Oh yeah, he'll know what to do.
Because some people like De La Hoya have been a little critical of him, but he has the Michael Buffer approval, obviously. For sure. You're the man. Thank you.
While talking about Dana White promoting the fight, Gareth A. Davies and Duke McKenzie looked ahead to Canelo versus Crawford on fight night after they concluded their launch press conference tour. They discussed how things got heated up in the conference.
They had dinner with Turkey, or Sheikh Turkey as Dana White calls him, the night before, which none of us really liked, if I'm honest. But it's got a bit more heated between them as the week's gone on. Let's have a little listen or a little look at this from last night.
I respect everybody, but if you with me, so it's gonna be different.
Terence, is that true? Did Turkey Alashake ask you to spice things up?
Turkey didn't ask me to do nothing. I didn't touch him.
You know.
Listen.
Hey, we know, buddy. We know.
First and foremost, somebody was in the room saying that I was scared of them. So I stepped to him and showed him who was the boss of this fight. I ain't scared.
Although the conference heated up and everyone is busy predicting the fight result, Max Kellerman shifts focus to the scale of the event. He highlights how Netflix's backing of the promotion has pushed the fight into a new league. It's no longer just a boxing match, it's a spectacle. Max believes this level of reach means millions will tune in, making it one of the most watched bouts of the era, no matter who wins.
In terms of the magnitude of the magnitude,
yeah.
I mean, of the fights that I've called ringside, it might turn out to be number one. I've done Pacquiao fights, I've done Mayweather fights, I've done Anthony Joshua against Klitschko, those are big fights, but this will, listen, because of Netflix, this will be the most watched fight, championship fight, in almost 50 years. This is gonna be, because Muhammad Ali fought Leon Spinks in the rematch in '78, and they did 90 million TV sets, 90 million. And since then, what has even come close? The biggest fights have all been on pay-per-view, and they do 2 million buys, oh my God, 4 million buys, Mayweather Pacquiao. As I keep saying, if 5 people per TV set watch, per buy, watch.
Moving on, fresh out of training, Terence Crawford delivers a sharp new warning to Canelo just weeks before the mega fight. There's no hesitation in his tone. He's focused, locked in, and ready to make a statement. Crawford isn't just aiming to win, he's preparing to dominate and end all doubt.
Yeah, we working. On a holiday where I blow a lot, getting in. Let's get it. Honor the greats, do what we gotta do. Let's get it, baby. September 13th. Here we come.
Tim Bradley also leans in with conviction and says you might call him crazy, but he's picking Crawford. It's not just about hype, it's about skill, heart, and hunger. Bradley sees something in Crawford that others overlook, a complete fighter ready for greatness.
If Canelo couldn't knock out Charlo, do you really think that he's gonna knock out Crawford? I would pick Terence Crawford to beat a Canelo Alvarez, even at 168. Everybody can call me crazy and whatever you want to say. I get it. Y'all didn't believe me when I told you about Spence, but trust me, Crawford will figure out a way. I know a secret y'all don't know, and I ain't gonna tell you why I would pick Terence Crawford, but it's part of the secret. Is the reason why I'm picking him to win the fight.
On the other hand, Edgar Berlanga calls it a 50-50 fight as both the fighters are amazing. However, he points out that Crawford jumping to weight classes may be an obstacle.
Would you lean towards Canelo still in that fight?
I got faith in him. I think Crawford could do it. You know what I'm saying? I think he could do it. Just like I said, just the size. The only shit that throws the fight off is the size and, you know, obviously the power. And Canelo's IQ too, because Canelo got IQ, you know what I'm saying? And Canelo fought a lot much bigger guys, you know? So I know the Crawford's power ain't gonna phase him. I know Crawford's size ain't gonna phase him either, you know what I'm saying? So, but for me, I think it's a 50-50 fight.
Kell Brook warns Terence Crawford to think twice before facing Canelo Alvarez. The former world champion believes Canelo's power, size, and ring IQ present serious dangers. He urges Crawford to reconsider such a jump in weight, insisting the undefeated fighter risks trouble if he underestimates the Mexican superstar.
Maybe outmoving Canelo if he needs to.
Well, I don't know. You know, I think when we look back at Mayweather when he beat Canelo, he's a mover. Crawford's not really like Mayweather in that aspect. It's like he's more, you know, he kind of sets his feet. And he's just he's cute with how he approaches chucking shots and moving. You know what I mean? I think it's a different fight to Mayweather, and Canelo's obviously a different fighter from when he boxed Mayweather.
Gareth Davies says that he initially thought Crawford may win due to his skills and speed, but now he bets on Canelo. On the other hand, Duke McKenzie has different viewpoints. He takes the side of Canelo. Overall, they discuss that this will be the best fight in boxing history due to the weight differential.
I was backing Terence Crawford to win this on points with his skills to pay the bills and his speed and his timing and his spitefulness and the fact that he's raising his game. When we see here as well, by the way, the pushing and shoving in New York in the earlier press conference, I think he's poked the bear a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think Canelo's very dangerous. And I think Canelo might win this.
My money's on Crawford. My money's clearly on Crawford. I mean, there's so many different ways of looking at this fight, but I really believe.
Do you like it?
It's the best fight in world boxing bar none. At any weight division,
because of the stylistic matchup, because of the raising levels, and because of the weight differential.
Yeah.
On Joe Rogan's show, Crawford stays humble but firm. He admits he's the smaller man, but says greatness isn't about size, it's about legacy. With calm conviction, he declares his goal loud and clear: to become the first 3-time undisputed champion. His focus hasn't changed. The mission is personal now.
I'm already in them discussions, but I'm saying, but what would they say though? 3-time undisputed champion and the smaller fighter that went up 3 weight divisions to conquer one of the baddest mans besides himself that's been doing it for probably longer than me.
So you said 68, but you mean 54, right?
No, 68.
You want to go up to 68. So who would you fight at 68? Canelo?
If he win, or Charlo, the winner.
Wow. That would be crazy.
I want to be 3-time undisputed.
To jump up like that, 21 pounds?
Yes.
What do you walk around at?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Oh,
you don't want to tell me.
While Crawford remains respectful, Canelo no longer respects Crawford, and he admits it live. He threatens Crawford to break his face when he faces him off in the fight. Both fighters depict poles apart behavior towards each other.
I don't respect him anymore because he say, I'm not gonna do what they want me to do and this and that. And then he tried to, maybe Turki Al-Rashid told him, hey, you need to do something because you seem so nervous in Riyadh. So and he tried to walk me back, and that's why I pushed him. And like I say, don't with me.
Is it bring a different Canelo then?
Yeah, it's different. Yeah, you watch Saunders fight, right?
Which one? The Saunders. Oh.
He pissed me off.
He pissed
me off. Yeah. So it's gonna be almost the same.
Live only on DAZN, June 28th. Jake Paul versus Chavez Jr. Buy now at DAZN.com/boxing.
This fight isn't just another headline, it's a legacy-defining clash. From legends like Shannon Briggs and Roy Jones Jr. to rising voices like Edgar Berlanga and Paddy Pimblett, the boxing world is divided. Terence Crawford's rise, Canelo's experience, and the stakes of becoming a 3-time undisputed champ make this showdown unforgettable. But what do you think? Will Crawford shock the world, or will Canelo prove he's still the king? Drop your predictions in the comments. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more exclusive fight breakdowns, reactions, and interviews. Let the debate begin.